Hey everyone, Michael O'Brien here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Ringing the Bell by Reynold Alexander. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another magic product review where I will be taking a look at some of the latest and greatest magic to hit the market and let you guys know if I think it will be worth adding to your act. Today we're going to be taking a look at a ring flight routine by Reynold Alexander. If you guys remember, I actually gave Flight by Steve Thompson last year, 2020, my favorite release of 2020. So I love ring flight routines. How does this one measure up to all of the other ring flights that are out on the market? I really like this one because it's just a little bit different. It's not a ring going to my keychain or jumping into my wallet or something like that. It is actually going into a bell. Hence, ringing the bell. There's some fun wordplay there, and the bell itself is actually something that you can use throughout your act, and then, you know, this is a nice little punctuation mark to put on a really solid performance. So we're going to talk about all of that in this video. But first, if you haven't already done so, please make sure to click the subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell. That way you'll know every time I upload a new video. Also, keep in mind that today's review video has been sponsored by Penguin Magic. If you guys are looking for the latest and greatest magic to add to your act, like ringing the bell for example, be sure to visit penguinmagic.com. And while you're there, don't forget to take a look at my live act as well. Alright, so before we dive into this review, let's go ahead and have a look at the trailer.
I like your rings. What's your favorite one? Ring the bell, gently, gently. Again. Nothing of sleep, nothing. It's gone. Wait, slowly. Look at my hand, slowly. I close my hand.
Oh my God, it's gonna come back, it's gonna come back.
Wave the bell of Mr. Gently, and it's gonna come back. Check it out. Oh, wait, wait. You know why the bell rings?
Why?
Because there's a ring in the bell. But you know why the bell rings?
Why?
Because inside the bell there is a ring. Hello guys, I'm Reynold Alexander, and ringing the bell is one of the best methods I've ever found to cause a borrowed finger ring to appear at an impossible location. It is fast, direct, memorable, visual, and very easy to do. Here's what happens. You ask to borrow a spectator finger ring. You cause the ring to vanish. Then you take a bell that has been sitting on the table the whole time. You ring the bell in order to cause the ring to reappear, but it doesn't reappear. You ring it again, it doesn't come back. You ring it one more time, it doesn't come back. Then the spectator finds his ring between the clapper of the bell.
Ring the bell, I get it.
Ringing the bell is very easy to do. If you can ring a bell, you can do it.
Alright, as you saw, it's pretty straightforward. You're going to borrow a ring from someone, place it into your hand, and reach into your back pocket for a bell just like this. Now the bell itself can be used for all sorts of different things throughout the act, and then at that magical moment, you simply wave the bell over your hand, making it completely vanish. Now, you ask the spectator if they can help you out with this magical bell. You hand them the bell, and you have them hold out their hand, and you say, close your fist, ring the bell over your hand just like this, and the ring is going to reappear. Sorry, try it one more time. Sorry, maybe one more time? That's weird. You know why it's not working? Maybe we need to bring the bell up a little higher, just like this. No? It still doesn't work? You know how the bell itself works, don't you? You know how the ring works, at least. You see there's a ring in the bell. and you're able to actually show them their ring inside. So this is a pretty cool trick. It's practically self-working. There's one little move that you got to do, and that's a move us magicians all know already, and that is to take an object, place it into your hand, and make it vanish. Now the really cool thing about this is they teach you not only how to perform the basic routine, but they go into a bunch of other methods as well. So before we actually dive into what you're going to learn in the video, let's take a look at the props. Of course, you're going to get a bell, and you're going to get the gimmick that goes into the bell that allows the ring to fly to the bell. The ring that you use is going to be borrowed, so this is actually my real wedding ring, right? When you go out to perform the routine, you would borrow a ring from somebody, you would make it vanish, and then you make it actually appear inside of the bell. Now, I'm obviously not going to show you the inner workings of how the bell works. If you want to learn how it works, you have to buy the trick. I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys find this interesting. I really do. I think it's really cool. It's a really cool ring flight. It's super easy to use. To load the bell, it literally takes this long. It's loaded. So you actually take the bell, you can ring it before and after you make the ring fly, which is pretty cool. And like I said, it's super simple. You just have to learn that one move to make the ring vanish, and then you can make it appear inside of the bell. So what are you getting along with the bell? You're getting a tutorial that's almost an hour long. I want to say, if you include the trailer and everything, because they do put the trailer in the tutorial as well as live performances. If you include all that stuff, I believe it's about 52 minutes, something like that. So you're going to learn a lot of stuff. Now, the actual tutorial portion where you learn how to do the trick is, you know, it only takes like a few minutes to figure out how the trick itself works. But what I love about this is the amount of detail and the amount of explanation from a performance standpoint that you're going to get with this. If you've purchased any Penguin Magic products before, you already probably know who Nick Lacapo is. One of my personal favorite magic instructors is back again to teach you guys how to do this trick. All of the performances, let me try that again. All of the performances themselves, little tongue twister there. All the performances themselves are actually performed by Reynold Alexander. So you can actually watch the trick being performed by the creator, which is pretty cool. And then we're going to go back into the Penguin Magic Studio and we're going to learn from Nick Lacapo the inner workings of the trick. So you're going to learn the setup, you're going to learn how to use the gimmick, you're going to learn how to vanish the ring, you're going to learn how to make the ring appear inside of the bell, and you're going to also learn all of the performance aspects that go along with that. Audience management, you're going to learn how to, you know, have the ring appear in the bell while in the spectator's hands. That's another thing that I really love about this, is it really puts the magic in the spectator's hands and lets them feel like they are the ones in full control. So while you're learning this whole routine, you learn how to do it exactly the way that it is taught there, but then they give you some bonus ideas as well. How to make the ring vanish, how to make the ring vanish using a string, how to make the ring vanish from underneath a handkerchief, how to make the ring vanish just by placing it in your hand in a couple of different ways. So you learn all of this stuff along with the routine. So you're learning a lot of material with just this piece of magic. And the thing that I love so much about it is that they also go into some routining ideas so that you guys can, you know, add this into your routine. You can make it as, you know, short or as long as you want it to be. Maybe you walk up to someone and you ask them if you can borrow the ring, you make it vanish, you know, ring the bell over your hand to make it vanish, and then you have them look inside the bell and the ring is there. That's like the most basic performance that you can do with this. You can make it like a 2-minute thing, maybe if you're doing like a walk around or something like that, table hopping, restaurant style magic. You can do this really short little routine, or you can build it up and make it a smaller part of a larger thing. Maybe the ring ending up inside of the bell is that exclamation point on that routine that you've been doing this whole time. Maybe having the bell being rung is the thing that makes the magic happen. Maybe you hand the bell to a spectator and every time something cool happens, they ring the bell, right? So you can have the bell be in play the entire time, and at the very end, you borrow the ring, you make it vanish using the bell, and then you do the line. You know how the ring works, right? Well, there is a ring in the bell, and then you reveal it to them. So you can do a lot of really cool stuff with this. Now, let's talk about my critique on this this product. What do I think about it? So usually whenever I'm looking for a good magic product, I have some boxes that it needs to tick in order for it to be, you know, something that I would consider to add into my act. Number one, is it practical? You know, is it easy to perform? Is it something that's going to take up too much space? Is there like a heavy reset involved? Any of that stuff? And the answer is, obviously, it's super easy to perform. I just did it right now for you guys, and I only played with this for a little while. The load-in process is super simple. You don't have any like long elastic, you know, strings that are going to shoot the ring back. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It's really easy to use. The move that you need to learn how to perform is very easy to do. If you're already doing, you know, magic for a little while, you probably already know what move it is that I'm talking about that you need to learn. It really is very simple. The routine can be performed in pretty much any close-up environment. You might not perform this in like a large setting, obviously, because they won't be able to see the ring, though you could technically make it work. You can have the audience react to the spectators' reactions, I guess, if you really wanted to do that. But this routine shines in a close-up setting, especially one where you're able to hand props, borrow props from the spectators, hand things back and forth, and all of that stuff, right? So it can be performed in pretty much any close-up situation. Does it take up too much pocket space? It takes up your rear pocket. You just stick it in your rear trouser pocket upside down just like this, so that the handle of the bell is sitting inside of your pocket, and this just sits in your pocket ready to go. So it doesn't really take up too much pocket space. If anything, it takes up a pocket you probably aren't using anyway because it's sitting in your rear trouser pocket. It can sit there with your wallet, or if you want to, you know, put your wallet on the other side, maybe you're going to perform like extreme burn or something. You have those two rear pockets taken up by your wallet and the bell, right? So it doesn't really take up too much space. Can it be performed surrounded? Pretty much, for the most part. You can't really have people looking down over your shoulder because they'll see the moment where you actually load the gimmick into the ring. But if you have someone's, like, you know, maybe at your 180 in front of you just like this, you can perform it pretty much almost surrounded. Like I said, you don't want them to probably be looking over your shoulder or standing directly behind you, because then they might see the moment that you do the vanish. But it's just like if you were doing like a normal retention vanish with a coin. Obviously, you know, you wouldn't want someone standing right over your shoulder, or they would see something flashing, of course. The load-in method to get the ring into the gimmick is really easy, and they go over the audience management and everything that you need to know to be able to do that. So, like I said, it's practical. It's a great trick. Can the bell be examined? Now, you cannot... I mean, yeah, it can be examined. It's just a bell, really. You're not going to hand them the bell and say, look, we have this bell here. Go ahead and examine it, right? You're not really going to do that. They will handle the bell, so the spectator can actually hold the bell. They can ring it. You can, like I said, when the ring vanishes, you hand them the bell already with their ring inside, and from that moment on, the work is done. You just, at this point, it's all presentation, you know, making... like saying the ring's going to come back and then it doesn't. You know, the ring's going to come back and then it doesn't. Maybe we got to go higher up. The ring's going to come back and it doesn't. And they won't know that their ring is really inside that bell until you tilt it up and you show them the inside of the bell with their ring attached to it. So, no, it can't really... they can't sit there and, like, really examine it, but they're not really going to. It's just a bell, like I said. They talk about how to have it lightly examined throughout the routine so that, you know, you can have it handed out and they can ring it as much as they want to while you're doing the performance. And it's pretty much a regular bell except for the little gimmick that allows the ring to jump inside of it. So it depends. Are you one of those people that, you know, has to have every single inch of every prop examined or not? You can have this pretty much examined to an extent, but like I said, you're not going to really hand it to someone and say, examine this bell. You're just going to have them using the bell during the act, and that's all the examination that they're really going to need. So really, really great trick. I don't know if I like this or Flight better. I think they both, you know, are great in their own way. They're both super simple to use. The only little nitpick that I have about this bell is that it doesn't look like the one that is used in the trailer. As you can see, it looks just a little bit different. I think the one in the trailer looks a little bit more vintage. For me personally, I think looks a lot more like it would go with my style. But if you're not picky about that, it's a high quality prop. Like I said, it's at its heart, it's basically a bell. And the ring itself is going to be borrowed, so don't have to worry about, you know, what kind of ring are you going to use or whatever. They talk about all of that stuff in the tutorial. Anyways, let me know what you think about ringing the bell. Do you guys own this trick? Is this something that you would use? Let me know. I would like to hear your thoughts on it. I know that this is something that I'm at the very least going to play with. I'm going to go out and perform a couple times. I might even come up with an idea using this trick. Now, as you guys know, I already perform magic with my ring, and I borrow rings during the routine. This might be a fun little thing to add when I borrow a ring from someone. If you're doing a lot of weddings and walkarounds, this could be an excellent piece of magic to use while you're doing a wedding, you know, because you can say like, this is the wedding bell, you know, or whatever. And then you take the, you know, the groom's ring, make it vanish, have the bride bring it back like over the groom's hand, and it's not working. Oh, it's because the ring is in the bell, right? So there's like a lot of really fun things that you can do with it. You can do it walk around, you can do it close up, all kinds of cool stuff. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already done so, make sure to click the subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell. That way you'll know every time I upload a new video. If you'd like to check out some more magic, visit us at obrienmagic.com, and be sure to check out our online magic shop, where you will find the latest and greatest magic books, downloads, and accessories.